Broadcasting from the World Conference Center in Bonn, Germany, Solutions Review is on location at the FME User Conference 2023, the peak of data integration. Brought to you by Safe Software and Cantera.
Hi, it's Doug Atkinson here in Bonn, Germany, back at the peak of data integration event, speaking with a couple of folks from one of the larger implementations, I would suggest, Deutsche Telekom, Dr. Tom Poméon and Jonas Weimann. Thank you both for being here. I know you just presented the case study for the Deutsche Telekom. Tell us a little bit about what you presented and a little bit about the example.
Yeah, it was really an interesting task. We are providing data and spatial data related services for customers within our own company. And we were approached by the people responsible for procuring power for Deutsche Telekom. And they have a very ambitious goal of moving towards renewable energies in the very near future and to increase the use of renewable energies. And they want to build their own wind turbines and solar power farms. And they have approached us as a geospatial service provider to help them identify the plots of land where this can take place within Germany.
Yeah, it's a great example of how a large implementation can actually work within itself to create, I think, optimization around that sort of investment, right, within the organization. Tell us a little bit about how you're supporting that.
So we started with FME nearly 4 or 5 years ago by creating a completely new spatial data infrastructure. And FME was at the beginning a very important component of this geodata infrastructure. So controlling a lot of the other processes responsible for data integration, data import. And yeah, also FME is part of this project, and we use it in a lot of our processes and also own map applications. And yeah, right now you can say it's really so kind of the heart of our infrastructure and the backbone of what we are doing.
Well, I think it's also interesting that you didn't have to travel very far to get here, right? You're located in Bonn, and so it's very convenient for you to pop over and share this story. But you're also working with Cantera, is that correct? Are they helping you with the implementation as consultants?
Exactly. So they were also from the beginning there. At first, really as consultants, but more and more we're trying to also bring the knowledge more and more to the internals and try to learn from them. But they are still in place and helping us with our tasks.
So what other types of data do you bring into, or what is all the types of data that you bring into something like that you're integrating?
You know, basically everything that's of relevance within the company that has spatial context. So we are talking about addresses, we are talking about plots of land, which are very important for the planning processes for our fiber optics network planning. We are talking about locations of telecommunications equipment, so where our mobile network towers. Right down to you know, general maps that we implement as services so that everyone within the company has access to them.
And so what do you learn when you do a project like that? I mean, obviously there's a huge existing infrastructure of data and decisions and things. I mean, when you finally kind of create a model like that for future decision making and future projects, do you look back at all and kind of overlay that with the decisions that have been made? Maybe think about optimizing other things, or you know, rearranging some resources internally.
Yeah. I mean, we have this powerful software in place, and yeah, when we start new things, we always think of FME could do this. So actually, it is the answer of a lot of questions or problems. So we are learning from the experience, and yeah, we are also here at the conference to learn new things or see what other people have for problems, to adapt it to maybe can help us for our task.
Yeah, so there is an awful lot of sharing going on out here, which you can only get when you're in a live conference like this. I'm curious if there's any things that you particularly like to get out of a conference like this.
The networking, I think, first and foremost, is for me always the most important part. So not only did I get to meet with our partners, a lot of whom I have met before, but I got to know some very interesting people during the last 2 days, and I think that's really worthwhile. So to make these contacts and to talk to people who do similar things or who do the same things differently than you do,
Yeah.
and that's always very interesting.
Well, I have to believe that being such a kind of a large name brand implementing this solution, that a lot of people are coming up to you and asking you how you're doing things.
Sure. I mean, the software is not so popular within the company because it's a very big company. But we are trying to also within the company let the others know what FME could do, and try to let them know if they can use it. But yeah, also here at the conference, when the people are seeing Deutsche Telekom is using FME, is using that and that, yeah, they are asking how we working, and
Yeah.
this is
So I'm curious about the where we are in the evolution of technology. As you think about, with generative AI and the other types of data power that's coming to bear, I mean, where do you see, have you given thought to how that might be able to, outside of obviously the FME implementation, have you given thought to how that might impact Deutsche Telekom and just telecommunications in general?
There are countless of possible applications, and I think there are so many applications we can't even dream of right now. The company is dipping its toes into this topic, and we are right now at the exploring phase. So everyone can just try it out and see, how does this improve the work you're doing right now? How does this improve processes? How can we make this work for us? But we're at the beginning, I think, of a long journey when it comes to AI.
Well, and it strikes me that as you do projects like the one that you're just working on now, that there's some benefit seen internally, and so there will be more interest in what more you can do. Have you given thought to kind of where we are and where we're headed with regard to data and AI and how that might impact business?
Yeah. Also in the company, there are a lot of initiatives in this direction. So people trying to get the knowledge from all the sides, and thinking about where it can be used and replace things, and it's really big topic within the company, and yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time, and certainly events like this really create a forum for us to explore some ideas and hear some great implementations. So thanks very much for coming by and sharing all that you're doing here and all that you presented today. And best of luck with all the projects going forward. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.